Do you ever feel like "you're welcome" just doesn't cut it anymore? You want to sound more natural, friendly, or even a little sassy? Well, buckle up, because we're going to dive into a treasure trove of expressions to spice up your responses after someone thanks you. Hi everyone, and welcome back to Everyday English Practice. It's time to level up your English vocabulary and sound more like a native speaker by learning these extremely quick and useful phrases that you can say instead of "you're welcome." Whether you're talking to a stranger or a close friend, these phrases will definitely take things up a notch and prove that your English speaking skill is getting better day by day. The first expression we have here is "no problem." This is a super casual way to say you were happy to help someone, and it doesn't cause you any troubles. It's perfect for everyday interactions with friends or colleagues. Notice the word stress pattern here in the word problem. Listen carefully and repeat after me. Problem. Problem. No problem. No problem. No problem. Now, let's listen to how this phrase is used in spoken English.
Thank you.
No problem.
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 The next phrase we're going to talk about today is "glad I could help." This phrase goes beyond simply acknowledging thanks. It shows genuine enthusiasm about being able to assist someone. Notice how the words "glad" and "I" are linked together. Listen and repeat after me. Glad I. Glad I. Glad I. Glad I could help. Glad I could help. Glad I could help.
Glad I could help. Glad I could help.
Glad I could help. Glad I could help.
Glad I could help. Glad I could help.
Another similar expression is happy to help. This is a friendly, enthusiastic, and sincere way to respond to someone's thanks. It expresses enthusiasm about being able to contribute and solve someone's problem. Now, what I want you to notice here is the pronunciation of the word "to." In spoken English, it's usually pronounced in its weak form as "tuh." Tuh. Happy to help. Happy to help. Happy to help.
Happy to help. Happy to help.
Happy to help. Happy to help.
Happy to help. Happy to help.
Next up, we have anytime. This is a friendly and casual way to assure someone you'd be happy to assist them again in the future. It implies a sense of ongoing support and openness to future requests. Notice the word stress pattern here. Anytime. Anytime. Anytime.
Thank you.
Anytime.
Thank you.
Anytime.
Thank you.
Anytime.
Thank you.
Anytime.
Thank you very much.
Anytime.
Thank you very much.
Anytime.
Moving on to a more formal expression. Don't mention it. You can use this expression to say that the help you provided was no big deal and shouldn't be a cause for thanks. It can be used in both casual and formal settings, implying the assistance was a minor inconvenience or simply the right thing to do. A little note here, "don't" is the contracted form of "do not." And remember to link the words "mention" and "it" together to sound more like a native speaker. Mention it. Mention it. Don't mention it. Don't mention it. Don't mention it.
Thank you.
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 Don't mention it. Don't mention it. Don't mention it.
Don't worry about it. This expression conveys a sense of reassurance and minimizes the importance of your help. It suggests you were simply doing what anyone would do in the situation. This phrase works well in situations where the help you provided was minor. You want to reassure the person they weren't a bother. You're creating a casual and laid-back atmosphere. However, consider these points before using it. It can sometimes come across as dismissive, especially if the person genuinely needs or appreciates your help. Remember, context is key. Choose the response that best fits the situation and your relationship with the person. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
You got it. You can use this phrase in a casual way to acknowledge a request or thank you. It's a quick and friendly way to say you'll take care of something, offering a sense of efficiency and reliability. You got it. You got it. You got it.
Thanks, Judy.
Got it.
Thanks, Judy.
Got it. Thank you.
You got it.
Thank you.
You got it.
You got it. You got it.
Another expression here is, no worries. No worries is a casual way to downplay the help you provided and assure someone they shouldn't be concerned about thanking you. It suggests a relaxed and carefree attitude. Please note that this is a very casual phrase best suited for informal settings and conversations with friends, family, or colleagues you know well. Notice how the ending "es" in the word worries is pronounced. Worries. Worries. No worries. No worries. No worries.
No worries. No worries.
No worries. No worries.
No sweat. This is a very casual way to say the help was no trouble. It suggests a relaxed and easygoing attitude, implying the effort was minimal. You might come across this expression more often if you live in the southern US. No sweat. No sweat. No sweat.
Thanks, Mom.
No sweat.
Thanks, Mom.
No sweat.
No sweat. No sweat.
No sweat. No sweat.
Similarly, we also have no biggie. However, this next expression has a slightly more playful tone. It suggests the help was a minor thing and not worth a big thank you, creating a lighthearted and casual atmosphere. Notice the word stress pattern here. Biggie. Biggie. No biggie. No biggie. No biggie.
No biggie. No biggie. No biggie. No biggie.
No biggie. No biggie.
Next, we have a more simple and neutral way to acknowledge a request or thank you. Sure thing. This phrase is appropriate in most situations, offering a straightforward and polite response. Sure thing. Sure thing. Sure thing.
Thanks, Teddy.
Sure thing.
Thanks, Teddy.
Sure thing.
Thanks.
Sure thing.
Thanks.
Sure thing.
Thank you, nice lady.
Sure thing.
Thank you, nice lady.
Sure thing.
It was nothing is another way to downplay the help you provided in spoken English. Here's a breakdown to understand its meaning and when it might be appropriate. It suggests your help wasn't a big deal, potentially downplaying your actual contribution, as you're already close to the person and want to emphasize your willingness to help. Again, notice the word stress pattern here. Nothing. Nothing. It was nothing. It was nothing. It was nothing.
It was nothing. It was nothing.
It was nothing. It was nothing.
It was nothing. It was nothing.
Now, here comes a more formal expression that you could use in a more professional context. It was the least I could do. Here are some situations where it might be appropriate. The situation clearly called for help, and you provided some assistance. You want to show modesty and a willingness to help. It was the least I could do. It was the least I could do. It was the least I could do.
Was the least I could do? Was the least I could do?
It was the least I could do, Mr. Wayne. It was the least I could do, Mr. Wayne.
Another expression that will come in handy here is, let me know if you need anything else. This shows you care about the person and are willing to offer further assistance if needed. It works well in both formal and casual settings, extending a helping hand beyond the initial request. Let me know if you need anything else. Let me know if you need anything else. Let me know if you need anything else.
Let me know if you need anything else. Let me know if you need anything else.
Let me know if you need anything else. Let me know if you need anything else.
Let me know if you need anything else. Let me know if you need anything else.
My pleasure. The pleasure is mine. Both of these expressions are polite ways to acknowledge someone's thanks in spoken English. They express a sincere and positive response to someone's thanks. You can use my pleasure for a safe and versatile response in most situations.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Thank you. My pleasure. Thank you. My pleasure.
Thank you. My pleasure. Thank you. My pleasure.
And you can use the pleasure is all mine in formal settings or when you genuinely want to emphasize the enjoyment you derived from helping. Remember, both phrases are polite and appropriate ways to respond to thanks. Consider the context in your relationship with the person to choose the most fitting response. Let's listen to some more examples in fast speech.
The pleasure is mine. The pleasure is mine.
The pleasure is mine. The pleasure is mine.
And that's a wrap. Now you're equipped with a variety of ways to respond to a thank you and replace the old boring you're welcome in English. Remember, the key is to choose a phrase that reflects your personality and the situation. Head down to the comments and share your favorite way to respond to a thank you. Is it a playful, you got it, or a sincere, happy to help. Let's build a community of English enthusiasts who know how to express themselves with flair. But wait, there's more. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for more awesome English learning tips and tricks. Every week, we'll dive into new topics, conquer common grammar mistakes, and help you sound like a pro. Also, leave a comment below and tell me, what other English topics would you like to learn about? Thanks for watching, and see you guys in the next video.